Botswana German-based singer and songwriter determined to break barriers after several collaborations and singles, Nomina is back on African soil to serenade us with her authenticity. Now her sound has captivated music lovers across the globe and generated, listen here, millions of views on social media. She joins us here to discuss her musical journey and her latest hits. Thank you for joining us, Nomina.
Thank you.
Hey. Now I want us to start here.
Yeah.
You've been cultivated your roots actually in Zimbabwe and in Botswana.
Yes.
How does that enhance your cultural sound?
Yeah, I mean, I always like try to blend them.
Yeah.
Because I embrace both being Zimbabwean and being Botswana.
Yeah.
And then also the fact that I also live in Germany. I try to blend and so that people can know that this is Nomina. I just give myself as I am.
So then you blending it and also being a proud African in the foreign lands, how do you take the different genres and actually make them one? And which one do you actually love the most?
Yeah, I mean, the way I usually do my music is, like I said before, I just try to bring myself in.
Yes.
So by doing so, me living in Europe, but coming from Africa, I try to blend this together, fuse this. It may be sounds, it may be elements, or it could be my languages that I speak, Ndebele, Zulu, or Tswana, then mixed with German or whatsoever in English. So,
and then in the UK, how are they receiving you actually?
Nice. The UK has been really kind of supportive in a way, because I've heard also some of my songs like Fetish Daddy being on BBC radios and different other radio stations playing there. And then also recently I've been there performing for Botswana Independence Day, which was also a beautiful thing. Amazing,
So then you gave us a different sound earlier on in your music career. Come Closer with American Jamaican singer Sean Kingston. Legendary moments there. How would you say that has been? Actually, let me ask you this. How was that journey for you?
The journey was a very long one. I mean, of course, no's and yes, you know how it is, there are many no's, but I was just kind of determined. I said I wanted, there's a time I was telling my agency saying, I want to have a feature, a collab. They were like, they gave me a list and I was like, I want that one. I just want that one first, you know, and it happened because then they sent my songs and they loved my songs, and then that's how it came about that we're working together. And the song is coming out on in October, like as a remix now, you know.
Before we get to the October one, I want us to go back to the one that you performed before the break, right? And I know that I asked you just before you performed, what's the name of the song? What did you say to me?
Rice.
What did you say?
Just
walk us through the name and what's the whole reason behind you naming the song Rice, and just, you know, the inspiration behind the song.
I mean, my hope is cooking. I do a lot of cooking. So I also try different dishes of rice. So I was like, one day just crossed my mind that, but this rice, I mean, the farmers, they work so hard, you know, producing this rice and so manufacturing it. And I just wanted to remind the people about how this rice is being produced, because it's really hard work. So as we are enjoying the rice, it's a conversation between the consumers and the farmers. So we are just like appreciating them, that, hey guys, we see you, we see what you're doing. That's how I came about with rice.
African woman, you took us to the farm and then the studio. Now speaking of studio, right? The musical experience, or rather the creative process, I'm thinking Nomina is in studio, right? With a pen and a paper and she's writing. What goes through your mind when you write?
Usually it's just like the experiences, and then also observations, and also things that happen in your life, you know, like sometimes it's also about my life, or just watching things or documentaries. There are so many things that can just trigger your mind or something for you to be creative about. Like sometimes just the sound of the trees, or in a flight you just hear some melodies, and then you start on the phone, and then you get to write a song on that. Usually I get instrumentals and then I'll create then a song on that, or I sing my melodies and then I send them out, and then we start working on the beats or instrumentals. Just
shortly, just maybe in 30 seconds, you being a brand ambassador for World Peace in Berlin, what themes do you cover
Yeah,
music.
yeah. That's why you find that most of my songs, they always have a message behind.
Yeah.
I always want to have something that is reminding people about
Yes.
a certain thing that might be happening. Like I had also Fetish Daddy. It was a bit about abuse of young kids, you know, such things, but hidden in a way that, but you still get the message.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you can jolly, you know, just getting the youth to listen to that song.
Definitely.
And that's how I got the role also, being an ambassador for World Peace Berlin, due to my songs, Don't Cry Africa. They see that it's like a Fetish Daddy and now Rise. You know, it's like, it's a continuation of what I'm doing.
Definitely. Now, thank you so much for joining us here on Trendz Love. We are very much excited.
Thanks.
Thank you, Mzansi. Now you heard it from myself, brother Omungu Omunte. Allow me just to say goodbye. Thank you so much for joining us. For me, Tisetso Masike and the amazing team, I mean amazing team behind the camera. Goodbye and God bless Mudimucho. Food to a beautiful, amazing international singer. Nomina and the dancers. Bona. Swalla Shousak.
Thank you. Thank you.
Luthando Lo, here I am, he is one.